Good evening. Welcome to Monday's Midlands Today from the BBC. Now, the boats behind me are for a show at the National Exhibition Centre near Birmingham. The NEC was a far-seeing initiative in its day which has brought huge benefits to the West Midlands. Could the biggest engineering project in a generation be what the Midlands needs now? That project is the proposed high-speed rail line to London, costing around £18 billion, with a station virtually next door to where I'm standing. The last time there was research on this, the majority of businesses said HS2 would bring big benefits to the region. But of course, to many people living near the route, the cost to the environment is simply too high. In our first report tonight, our transport correspondent Peter Plisner has been looking at the potential economic impact of HS2.
The latest show at the NEC, it's one of the city's largest employers and stands to gain the most from high-speed rail. Better connectivity means more exhibitions and possibly increased profits.
Statistics like being able to travel between Birmingham and London in less than 40 minutes are fantastic marketing opportunities for us. Probably one of the most precious things our visitors and exhibitors are trading on is their time. So anything that makes it easier and faster and quicker for our visitors and exhibitors to get to us is a huge advantage to us.
And high-speed rail could provide a huge advantage elsewhere. Latest research suggests that it could boost the region's economy by up to £2.5 billion and lead to the creation of around 8,000 new jobs. This farmland and this leafy lane close to the NEC is the site for one of two proposed high-speed rail stations. Both are in the Birmingham area, and that's led to complaints from businesses elsewhere in the region that high-speed rail will only have a limited impact on them.
The future is going to be down the organic and natural wine route.
This Warwick-based wine merchant is one of them. He maintains that it won't do anything for his business.
And Chenin Blanc, which comes from the Nasik Valley in India.
He's also concerned about the high cost of the scheme.
Because high-speed rail is going to pass us by and benefit Birmingham, and it's not going to do anything for regeneration of our transport services.
Nevertheless, when they were last surveyed, around 85% of businesses thought a fast link to London would be good for the region as a whole.
This is a transformation of the possibilities for rail travel.
And a transformation in terms of regeneration too, according to the former Prime Minister visiting Birmingham's east side last year. Derelict sites here could change beyond recognition, but some experts are suggesting that it could be fairly limited.
It's going to be a big regeneration, but it isn't necessarily as big in the way that people think it's going to be. It'll have a huge impact at this particular area, but not so much for the wider region.
Well, certainly in the city centre apartment market, we've experienced a bubble. That bubble's burst, and I think prices have fallen from 50% from peak to trough.
But property prices could rise again. High-speed rail makes Birmingham much more desirable for commuting.
Once you get under an hour's journey time to central London, it'll start to make a real difference. I think you could see 10%, maybe 20% uplift in property values at that point.
High-speed rail comes with a high price tag, but there could also be big benefits. The arrival of the motorways helped boost the economy. Could the same be about to happen if high-speed rail arrives too? Peter Plisner, BBC Midlands Today.